All right. Hey, thanks, Pete. That was great. Thank you for the interview. Now, I mean, this is super special for me to be second day in studio, and I got BRYAN Allegretto from Open Snow to come on down. BRYAN, good morning, my friend.
Morning,
how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
So let's talk about Open Snow and what are you guys doing this year? How do I sign up for it? How do I get the latest, greatest information on what's happening here in Lake Tahoe from you?
From me? Well, you can get it for free on the Tahoe Daily Snow on opensnow.com, and that was always our big concept was, hey, let's get a team of meteorologists that ski and live in these towns. We all work remote in all these ski towns across the U.S., and we all ski. And we'll get you a weather forecast out to know when the next snowstorm's coming, how much we're going to get, what the consistency of the snow is, and we kind of break it all down, all the complex weather data, give it to you in an easy-to-read format for free. So that's what we do all over the country. You can go to opensnow.com and click on the region where you ski, and for Tahoe, you click on the Tahoe Daily Snow with me, which makes it really easy. You can also sign up for free, and then you can set up a dashboard with all your favorite mountains, get powder alerts, and all kinds of things. And then if you want to subscribe for $19 a year, which comes out to $1 and change a month, you can get even more customizable forecast, 10-day forecast, set up cameras for all the resorts with 24-hour time lapse. So there's a lot of cool things you can do the more of a nerd you are and the more you want to track storms.
I am a total weather geek and nerd. So if I signed up and I had that subscription right now, so I can set up customs for each of the resorts that I have a pass for. Like I could set one up for Sierra, for Kirkwood, for Squaw, Alpine.
Yeah, and you can set the threshold of when you want to get alerted. Do you want to get alerted at 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches? So we can do all that custom so that you get an alert like, hey, I know you haven't been paying attention to the weather. You're down in San Francisco and it's 60 degrees every day. Just a heads up, on Thursday we're getting 6 inches of snow at Squaw or Kirkwood or whatever. So yeah, you can set all that up right there, custom, if you sign up.
Nice. Let's talk about forecasting, because it is tricky, right? You and I have been kind of social media kind of going back and forth for years now. It's super tricky for us to really pick up storms. And like last year, we had some that were like, oh my God, it's gonna really come in, but it was 3 inches of rain or whatever. So what's your formula like? Is it the NAM? Is it what do you like to use, or is it a combination of all of those?
I'm looking at pretty much running every single model, every single run, and they're running 2 to 4 times a day per model. So there's dozens of model runs every single day that I'm looking at. At the end of the day, when I put out my forecast, what I've been using is a mixture of the GFS and European model for the 5-day forecast, and I'll take an average of the two when it comes to precipitation, and then I'll run a temperature, get a snow ratio, and then do the multiplier of the snow ratio times the average of the two models for precipitation, and that's how I come up with my forecast for each mountain, each elevation. But the hard part is, you can do that. I can teach you how to say, hey, the model says 2 inches of liquid at 10-to-1 ratio. There's 20 inches of snow. But the models struggle with the mountains. There's so many elevation changes in Tahoe between 6,000 to 10,000 feet, and the mountains around the lake. Some get less rain, some get more rain because of the rain shadowing. So that's where it gets complex, is like how much rain will make it all the way over to Mount Rose and Heavenly, and how much of that will dry out by the time it gets over there. That gets really tricky, and the snow levels get tricky. We can have 6,000 foot on the east shore while it's 8,000 on the west shore. So that's where it can kind of get tricky for the mountains.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, it's interesting because, on social media, how many people get out there and they're like, you were off again. It's like you just said, it's a very complex math problem. Like I sit up sometimes and spend hours, 3-4 bottles of red, like what's going to happen? And then I'm like 6, but you're a meteorologist. I slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, and so tell me a little bit more about Open Snow this year. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be getting out on the mountains? Are you going to be doing more live views?
So last season, I did a lot more of that. I was getting out on the mountain. The whole goal was to get out and give people a live perspective when we get a storm. So I want to be out on mountain when the storm's hitting. Posting live video. We're going to try to we're dropping a new website here this fall. So what we want to try to do is start getting more of a feed where I can get a lot of this more on the website. But right now on social media, I go live on Facebook or Instagram when there's a storm, and I'll say, hey, I'm at the base of Squaw, it's snowing, or I'm at the base of Sugar Bowl, it's rain here, and then I'll go up the lift, say it turns to snow at 7,000. Unfortunately, last year, we didn't get any storms till March. Yeah. So I spent a lot of the season just saying, oh, it's sunny and 40 degrees, the snowmaking's great, but not not a lot of, hey, I'm live in a storm. So I'm hoping this season to get out there a lot more and be like, hey, here's a storm, and just kind of give that perspective from the mountain, what's happening in the storm.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming into the studio today. So BA, Bryan Allegretto, opensnow.com. I want you to watch all the weather reports, but he's actually going to give you the most accurate information in and around the lake. My name's Coop. This is BA. We'll be right back after these messages.